Hello everybody. Today I wanted to talk about these pressure washers, and these are both different brands but they have the same motor on it. And this motor is the Honda overhead cam, the GCV190. This one's exactly the same. This one's a little bit older, and the engine is older, but this engine should be on that pressure washer that Troy built, and that engine should be on the Simpson pressure washer, but you could tell everything's the same. 300 psi. The pump's a little bit different. You get 2.4 gallons per minute. That one's 2.7, and I think that has to do something with the pump. The engines are pretty solid, so I'm going to tell you my situation. You might have the same thing happening with yours. So this is my Troy built. And what happened to it, the engine just kind of locked up. It just won't spin. It won't, you pull it and it won't move. So I thought, oh crap, the engine went out. I checked, the oil was good. I took of this engine, I took this tap off, everything was working properly. I took this apart, everything looks clean and perfect, and the gapping is just right. Everything looks good on this. And so before I tore it completely apart, before I start, just trying to find a problem any way I can, I decided, hey, I'm gonna switch, because on mine I thought the engine went out. So this engine, I thought it was gone. And on this pump I bought from a guy for 50 bucks, because he's pumping out, and his engine I could pull and it started up and everything, but it just won't shoot water. So I thought, hey, pump is good, I'll swap it, everything will be good. So when I did swap it, then this engine seized up. So I was wondering what's going on. The good thing is it only holds the pump with 3 bolts. So I drop the pump and I pull it and it starts right up without the pump. So now I go to this engine, and the one that I thought was busted, and before it wouldn't pull at all. You see that? It pulls. And I guess the engine's good on this one. The engine's good on this one. Both the pumps went out. So I'm gonna show you with the Simpson pump. This was on the one the guy knew the pump went out for sure. So I'm gonna show you what happened with this one. I need to grab a set of gloves. So let me just flip it. So what happened with this, you see this little housing over here? It's completely busted, and this metal pin flew out, and the fluid, you could see all the grease everywhere. The fluid just went everywhere, and that's it. This pump is out. Now on the Troy built, which is this one, I just took this apart, and what happened was, same thing with this one, the fluid is gone. I don't know what happened. I just pulled this and it was nothing but water. So it's greasy water, but it's water. It just poured out on my concrete. And these things are pretty much stuck. I don't know how that happened. Something went loose. It locked up. I'll take it apart later. I tried spinning it with like a plumber's wrench and a pipe wrench, and it turned, but it was very difficult. So when you have a pressure washer like this, the first thing I would check is the pump. It's only 3 screws. It'll drop right down. Take it and try to spin it. It should spin pretty freely, and especially if it's empty. But if you take it apart, you should at least be able to push these down. Like on this one, when I took it apart, these things, went down pretty easily because there's springs in there. But yeah, that's the situation that I ran into. And I guess now for both these, since I know the engines are good, I'm gonna have to order 2 pumps. And it's gonna cost me as much as a new pressure washer for the 2 pumps, but at least I'll have 2 pressure washers when I know I only need 1. Anyways, thanks for watching.